The Kansas City Chiefs have become synonymous with dominance, resilience, and championship aspirations. Yet today, a development surfaced that few anticipated, sending shock waves across the NFL. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes has been officially listed on the injury report with a groin injury ahead of their Week 5 Monday Night Football matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Nobody expected such a revelation at this point in the season, and its timing has intensified its impact. The Chiefs have built their reputation on consistency, led by experienced leadership and extraordinary talent. Now, an unforeseen twist has disrupted that narrative. The NFL is a league where surprises emerge regularly, but when the news involves Kansas City, the reaction becomes magnified. Fans, rivals, and analysts alike are left reassessing their assumptions about the path forward. This is not simply a minor headline. It is a moment that could alter how the Chiefs are perceived both on and off the field. Their story has been one of calculated preparation and disciplined execution. Yet this sudden shift highlights the unpredictable nature of football, where even the strongest organizations face challenges that demand swift adaptation, emotional strength, and unwavering unity. The ripple effect of this news was immediate, spreading far beyond Kansas City. Fans expressed a mixture of disbelief and anxious speculation, while rival supporters quickly used the opportunity to question the Chiefs' dominance. Across media platforms, analysts debated every possible implication. From locker room dynamics to playoff aspirations, the Chiefs have often been the standard for stability, which made this revelation even more jarring. Reactions reflected more than just shock. They revealed how central Kansas City has become to the league storylines. Every conversation seemed to circle back to the same question: how would this development affect the balance of power in the NFL? Rivals sensed opportunity. Fans worried about disruption, and experts noted that Kansas City has overcome obstacles before. The speed of the reaction demonstrated the influence the franchise carries in shaping narratives. This was not just news. It was a shift that demanded attention from every corner of the football world, reshaping perceptions in real time. For any organization in turmoil, leadership becomes the stabilizing force. In Kansas City, that responsibility rests on the shoulders of Andy Reid. With decades of experience, Reid has faced countless challenges. Yet, this unexpected situation requires more than strategy alone. His role now extends beyond designing plays, misses, and managing games. It involves guiding his team through uncertainty with clarity and composure. Reid's calm demeanor has been one of the cornerstones of Kansas City's success. Players look to him not just for direction, but for assurance that the foundation remains solid. This news has created unease, and Reid's ability to manage the emotional temperature within the locker room will prove vital. His presence has long been a source of stability, and in moments of doubt, his influence carries even greater weight. The Chiefs' ability to navigate this surprise will depend heavily on Reid's leadership, reminding everyone that the measure of a coach extends far beyond the sidelines. Patrick Mahomes has long been more than a quarterback. He is the embodiment of Kansas City's identity. This latest revelation has thrust him deeper into the spotlight, demanding more than athletic brilliance. Mahomes must balance the pressure of maintaining performance with the responsibility of being the emotional anchor for his team. His teammates rely on his composure, while fans look to him as a symbol of confidence. Every action he takes both on and off the field is magnified under the weight of this news. Mahomes has shown resilience in the face of adversity before, engineering comebacks and thriving under pressure. Yet, this challenge is different. It is not simply about executing plays. It is about embodying leadership at a time of uncertainty. His ability to inspire trust and direct focus could determine how the Chiefs respond collectively. In many ways, Mahomes now carries more than the ball. He carries the spirit of an entire organization through uncharted territory. Behind closed doors, the locker room became the first environment to absorb the shock of the news. Players who thrive on routine and preparation suddenly face disruption. For many, the challenge is not just strategic adjustment, but emotional resilience. Veterans will now be called upon to steady the group, offering perspective and reinforcing unity. Younger players still finding their place in the league will look for reassurance that the team's foundation remains unshaken. The Chiefs' locker room has been defined by strong culture forged through adversity and championship battles. This revelation, however, places new strain on that culture. Conversations, reactions, and shared commitments within those walls will shape whether the team emerges fractured or fortified. Coaches can design systems, but the bond among teammates often determines resilience in moments of doubt. Kansas City's success has always been about more than talent. It has been about trust. That trust now faces a defining test, one that will reveal the true strength of their unity. News involving the Kansas City Chiefs rarely escapes scrutiny, but this revelation ignited a media storm that surpassed even their usual attention. National networks quickly centered their coverage on Kansas City, dissecting every angle with relentless intensity. Headlines highlighted speculation, interviews fueled debate, and social platforms amplified the story into a frenzy. In today's digital era, information spreads with breathtaking speed, often shaping perceptions before facts can fully emerge. The Chiefs, accustomed to pressure, now find themselves balancing preparation with constant media presence. Every comment from coaches or players is analyzed, every silence questioned, and every decision framed as a response to the situation. While attention brings visibility, it also creates distractions that can unsettle focus. The true challenge for Kansas City is not only navigating the revelation itself, but also resisting the external noise that surrounds it. The storm of coverage underscores their status as one of the NFL's most influential franchises, where every storyline carries league-wide implications. For rival franchises, this development presents both intrigue and opportunity. Some teams interpret the news as a rare vulnerability in Kansas City's otherwise dominant armor. They see a chance to exploit potential instability, preparing strategies with renewed ambition. Others, however, approach with caution. History has shown that adversity often ignites Kansas City rather than weakens them. Opposing coaches must decide whether to assume distraction or anticipate renewed focus. Players across the league are also watching closely, aware that psychological factors often impact outcomes as much as talent. This revelation reshapes preparation, as every team that faces Kansas City must consider whether they are encountering a shaken opponent or a united one determined to silence doubt. The NFL thrives on shifts in momentum, and rivals will attempt to seize advantage where they can. Yet, underestimating Kansas City has often proven costly. Whether this moment is exploited or backfires depends entirely on how the Chiefs themselves choose to respond. Every NFL season is shaped by key moments, and this revelation could prove decisive in Kansas City's journey. Analysts have already begun adjusting predictions, questioning whether the news could derail momentum or, conversely, fuel determination. The Chiefs' schedule remains demanding, with rivals eager to exploit any perceived weakness. Yet, history shows that Kansas City often thrives when underestimated. The team's ability to adapt will dictate whether this news becomes a stumbling block or a catalyst for growth. Depth on the roster, leadership from veterans, and the ability to rally around shared purpose will all play critical roles in the weeks ahead. Beyond the standings, this development also impacts the psychological landscape. Players must choose focus over distraction, unity over doubt. Seasons are rarely decided by talent alone. They are shaped by how teams respond to unforeseen events. For Kansas City, this moment could either derail their path or strengthen their resolve to write another historic chapter. As the dust settles, one reality becomes clear. The Kansas City Chiefs now face a defining moment. The unexpected revelation has shifted narratives, tested leadership, and stirred emotions across the league. Yet the outcome of this story rests entirely on how the team responds. Andy Reid's steady hand, Patrick Mahomes' leadership, and the unity within the locker room will decide whether this moment weakens or fortifies them. The NFL is unforgiving, but it also rewards resilience. Kansas City has built its reputation on turning obstacles into opportunities, and this may be the ultimate test of that identity. The roar of fans, the weight of expectations, and the eyes of rivals all converge here. The Chiefs are standing at a crossroads where history is waiting to be written. This moment is more than breaking news. It is a chance to prove that true greatness is measured not by avoiding challenges, but by rising stronger when nobody expected it.